My phone is about to die. But I was just thinking about this. Um, I was seeing a something about like mothers, because like, remember, you got to remember that these are tarot readers. They supposed to just be reading tarot cards, really not even pre-written cards. That's a new thing of the century. But I feel like somebody's trying to put somebody in competition. You got to understand, I'm a all world energy. I don't just focus on one thing. My mind is like compartmentalized into different directions. And I'm an all energy. That means I use all things, all things. Everything that I see, smell, think, dream, do, say, read, everything, everything. You cannot belittle. If anything, that doesn't do anything. But when I'm reading the Bible and that shit come out like it just did a minute ago, and it matches up with a storyline that just came out in the media, that don't do nothing but it put me outside the park of these females. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm in competition with none of these women, because they're not the same. Now, what I did want to say. 189, please. Oh. What I did want to say is, it's seeming like what I did want to say is seeming like, if they have some of us that they have like two, okay, like they have you and then they have a. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. So if they have some of us where they have two of you, I think that what they doing is taking us to some type of birthing ranch, setting you up in there. You know, this could be also why some of these people, you know, on tarot be seeming a little bit closer than they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They be seeming like they know me. I don't know them, because I think my mind is programmed differently than theirs. But that still would be like a mothering a queen beehive mentality, because the queen bee just be buzzing around worried about herself. The hive, they might go hunting together. They work together. The queen bee is on her own thing. You see her bobbling and hobbling around whenever she want to, once in a while. You know, you see her bumbling around or something like this. Now, what I was thinking was, what if these people is doing this? Like, they have birthing camps, and say somebody find out, they look at you on a camera in your house like a little rat in a field, and then they say, oh, I think something works, she might be pregnant. And then say they take you to a facility and you don't even stay there that long. People could be popping these babies out for maximum return. They could be popping these babies out at 4 months, 6 months, something like this, quicker, right? Even for some young girls, that means that the stretch marks, they won't use their shape, they won't lose their shape or form. You know, they won't necessarily get the stomach busting open where there's going to be stretch marks. I'm just thinking, because we might be thinking that, yeah, there's advanced though. These people could put these babies in a tube or something. Yeah, that's some advanced systems, but I'm pretty sure there's still some systems out here that's not that advanced, and they're trying to catch up or get up to that, but they have to start with something. Because if that's what I was just reading in that Bible, if they just pulling kids up off the street and just doing things to them, you know, I know a lot of police departments got investments in a lot of different new equipment. You see what I'm saying? Like the little boy that just got snatched up in Milwaukee and then they found him the next day. It's almost like somebody's taking these people in the bushes, doing something to them, you know, snatching up, you know, because they think that this is killing. They're calling this killing. All right? It could be something that slips away the innocence of a child. If you find them at that age or something, could lure them out, or find them at a park, takes, you know, ravage them behind the bush or something, and then just send them back home. All right? Could be something like this, or this is what they're trying, the propaganda, or also the perception of something. If they're putting this on the news for millions of people to watch this and encounter these interactions and get all emotionally tied to it, because you hear this little kid screaming and getting snatched, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter either way. It's still something. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's still the perception could be meaning a lot. All right, even if it's fake news, it's still the perception. Do you understand? That's engraven in the people, especially the people that don't want to see, can't see, they ain't trying to see it in a different light. Or why Even if somebody really didn't get kidnapped and stuff, why did you put that on the news like this or something like this, right? So I just saw a case that we have to put this shit together. So you could deal with the tarot readers that's on the low, just basically like, yo, somebody family is doing this. We already know that shit. I'm trying to incorporate all of the aspects, right? That's how you're doing some real fucking work. So we have to think about this as a whole. You know, you have to think about this where you could think bigger. All right, when it happens in your hometown, because everybody's news is not, everybody don't get to see everybody's local news, right? But that's what I was thinking. How about that? If they're doing that, it's about conservatorships and shit like this. All right, where they found out that in one court case, this mother, they said that the baby was born with I heard a song that is in the air. Okay, this was about 4 days ago. I'm like, what is somebody talking about or whatever? So 4 days ago, that's when these little court cases start popping up on my thing or whatever. And then today I seen one that a baby was born with drugs in his system. Now I said, hold on.
Hi there, how we doing today?
All right, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. What can we get started for you?
Can I have a Baja Blast Freezy?
Actually, the freezing machine is down right now.
Okay. Can I just have a soda then?
Sure, what's that? What kind?
The one for happy hour?
Yep, what kind?
Baja Blast.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah, 106. Here at the window.
So what I was thinking.
Here at the window?
I was thinking, what if they're doing that to these women, and then they're giving these strangers or these foreigners conservatorships or giving them full, because I'm thinking that in some states they can revoke your rights as a parent altogether. Now imagine you don't even know that you just had a baby last week. You know how we supposed to bleed for like a week or two after you have a baby. It could be like they send you home, you got a really heavy period, and they send you home like right halfway through. Like she's been bleeding for 5 days. Okay, for her usually it's 10 days. So go ahead and send her home now. It'd just be a long heavy period or whatever like this, right? And that's what I was thinking. If they're putting people on these breeding farms or whatever like this, and they're pumping them up with, like toward the end, right before they deliver the baby, they pump them up with drugs. So you don't give a fuck about the baby. You need the baby. You need something like the third eye or something to be burnt out in these babies by the time they're born, so that these people, if they do have good genetics, they're not also passing down these strong third eyes or whatever this is, or it's going to take them 30 years for their third eye to recover from whatever happened to them at birth. And then this also, you don't even know you had this baby. You haven't seen this baby. By the time you leave the birthing center, they just brainwash you and send you home. And then this baby is somewhere else in the world. But what they've done is stripped you of your parental rights and everything of this child. And giving it to God knows who. I'm talking about people that you don't even know that your ass was pregnant. You felt a little sick to your stomach about around the time you should have been getting your period 4 months ago, and now 4 months later you bleeding real heavy or something like this, right? You might be feeling a little queasy. Like I told y'all, I haven't been able to feel I've been tingling in my left hand for I don't know how long, but I keep on having a vision of somebody having something tied up around somebody's hand, like in the hospital though. It's like almost a doctor's office setting. This could also be people traveling to people's homes. And I was thinking too the other day, I was saying, what you're telling me, like they're putting something in these women to make the baby have low movement, like you won't feel no fluttering or nothing, right? So what are that just kind of seemed kind of weird. Before you start feeling the baby move, some of this shit could just get removed up out of you. But I was thinking I'm not saying like, oh, that's such a smart thing to do. I'm just thinking somebody think they fucking smart. And it could be something, like I said, some of us could be connected to some of these lineages where it's our turn to reap the benefits of a harvest or something at this time, or some type of reparations that's written into your birthright. So this could be also why the breach in the Social Security numbers, the breach in the birthright, like them trying to change the birthright. If our president is under mind control and another country is doing this to our country through a brainwashed or mind controlled president, America, you better wake the fuck up. It's something weird going on. It just doesn't matter what you think. I'm trying to tell you. I don't like. I got the feeling that somebody is standing up. That a whole bunch of people are supposed to be trusting on a little bit of a frequency. You see what I'm saying? You can't do nothing once the motherfucker get in there. If this was legit, you can't do nothing once the person get into the office or something. But what we can do is be like really, you know, really, because I feel like this a bunch of kids. This a bunch of kids that don't know shit. They just happy that they was able to hack into a system or hack the president, or they're just happy they're making money with other countries when it comes to these fetuses or these children that they're taking. And the money that they're getting off of it, that's it. And then this could be on a file somewhere where women's reputations are getting ruined. You see what I'm saying? It may even make it hard for you to be somebody that will be able to register to foster children. So it's like they want to make sure that American children or America's children, no matter where they come from, are in the hands of the wrong people. And then I'm starting to notice, regardless of if this is what they trying to do or not, they trying to, like, they switched out crisis actors or what. It's strange to me that a lot of these people look like the people from the Kanika footage. You know, a lot of these people look like these same old people. Like, is the news promoting the cartel? Like, what? Is the news promoting the cartel? Is these people children? Because these children don't be looking nothing like them people that be on the screen. They be like 7 and under. I'm talking about these cases that's happening with these small children. You don't understand what the way that I see. When I call out these girls, I'm not just saying something. I've seen them be in these facilities looking at these children or dropping a child or moving a child from one place to another. It's not always frequently, but these people have been inside of a place where children are being swapped out or kidnapped or moved or directed, or they're calling the shots as to what to do. Now, since people are looking at them, or I'm calling these people out, of course they're going to just try to pay somebody to do the job. It's like any business that you open up. At a certain time, you might stop being there at the front desk. You don't want to be there no more. You can afford to pay somebody there to go to the front desk now. You don't have to be there at the front desk. This person very good at what they do. Why the fuck I got to pay this person like $100 a week to stand at the front desk? Why would I sit here? I could go start another business or something. You see what I'm saying? But see, these people are doing this off of people's energy. They're not starting legit, you know, wholesome businesses. It's all off of feeding off the populace or the population.
I got you today.
Oh, okay. Thanks. You too. Okay, I don't know what happened. But it's all feeding off of the populace. And that's what I said. I don't know if these girls, because somebody is trying to act like your marriage was like one of these pimp daddies that had all these wives and these other women are involved, and some of these men were taken. Some of these men were taken by these particular women and forced to give them children. Okay, some of these people targeted these men because of the women that they were married to, that they knew about some type of inheritance. Or some of these people are stealing your inheritance and spreading it across and spreading the love with all these other people because they think you don't deserve it, just because you don't deserve it. But it's really just because you jealous. It's just, and some of these people are not in the game no more. They was in the game. You gotta, I'm just reading how this shit is coming out here. All right, some of these people ain't in the game no more. They was in the game and now they not, and so they kind of slipping up, telling on other people because maybe they didn't want to get out the game, but people just don't want to use them no more. You know, their readings could be starting to sound too much like they snitching or something, and so they could have mistakenly said something. Again, in those handwritten cards, and people that lay their cards out prior to doing videos, they lay their cards out already and only show them to you when they're ready to talk about the particular cards. Okay? I'm hearing these are my confessions here. All right? I mean, this could be even the Ukraine energy, because I was seeing those two cranes Somebody could have sacrificed a child. Like if a father ran away with a child, they let this woman sacrifice the child, or this woman did brain wash mind control on this person to have them sacrifice the child after they used this teenage girl to produce a lot of seed. These could be, I was hearing something about newlyweds. So somebody could have sacrificed their child and took another feminine energy on whatever this operation is that they doing here. Okay. I'm hearing threes, a crowd. So this person could have a child or allegedly have a child with this man or this woman. And if this person showed up with this child or your child or a child that came from you on his back, they could have used it up for whatever they used this child up for. And then this child end up missing, dead, or something like this. They're using these children like toilet paper to get them up or something like this, and then releasing them. Because I feel like if my parents kept a hold of me and the community kept a hold of me, they like never again. If I was one of these children that was robbed by the community and my family and set to the side, they know it's a mistake to hold on to somebody's energy this long. Also, it was a kind of a blessing because they might be